Have you ever made a logical choice that felt dead wrong, only to realize your brain lied to you? You aren't losing your touch. You're just mistaking old fears for common sense. It's time to stop letting anxiety call the shots so you can finally hear what your gut is actually saying. Hey y'all, I'm Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin, and my goal is to keep you 5 steps ahead of your enemies, your frenemies, and all these scallywags out here. This is the Spiritual Street Report. This is a collective reading for all of my big steppers, all zodiac signs worldwide. Ancestors, let's tap in. Use me as a vessel to deliver and to channel this message, intuitive message, to all of my people all around the world. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for all the love and likes and the subscriptions. I love the energy. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about it. Anxiety. You made a decision. You knew it was dead wrong. What is the decision? You didn't use your anxiety. You didn't use your intuition, your instincts, okay, about something, about a choice. You didn't see things clearly, okay? Yeah, your emotions was out of whack. Something triggered you. Yeah, and you called a bad judgment. You made the wrong choice. You didn't see things for what it really was, okay? Even though the evidence was right there in front of your face, okay? You felt like you had to expose something. You had to give evidence. You felt you had to be very defensive and defend something, okay? Something that did not really truly need to be defended. Wow, okay. Yeah, it was a red flag. Your intuition, it was a risky situation. You knew that if you were to defend this thing, it would not work out. And in return, you didn't really get what you really wanted out of this. You ended up getting hurt in the end, okay? Nothing was ever resolved with trying to defend this fear. Very defensive, okay? You didn't have to be defensive. Your emotions couldn't help it because of the trigger. Why? Because of the guilt and self-hate. Because you could not face the facts. The facts is whatever was being said to you was probably halfway the truth. It may not have been all of the truth, but it was halfway the truth, and you could not help it to feel and say whatever it is that you said, okay? You lost relationships because of this, okay? Yeah. You were inconsiderate. This is what they said. You didn't believe it, okay? But it was the truth, okay? But you changed. In other words, you probably defended yourself in the wrong way. You did not handle this conflict properly, okay? So otherwise, this is a conflict, resolving conflict. You still have issues with the resolving conflict, okay? You're still having a hard time doing that. This is a skill that you have not yet mastered, okay? You have a lot of work to do with the science or the behind the skills of resolving conflicts. And based on what I'm seeing here is because of the triggers, you was triggered by the truth. Oh my God. It may not have been you. It was somebody that was triggered by the truth. It may not have been you, Big Stepper. You are the truth teller. So it had been somebody that was afraid of the truth because the truth would have changed an outcome of something. It would have changed the evidence that was placed, the false evidence that was placed upon you. Oh, I could not make this up. The gossip. Okay, somebody was gossiping about you, Big Stepper. Okay, very gossipy, playing mind games with you. And so the truth basically shattered these mind games and this scenario, this false scenario they had, this false image of you. But because of the way you reacted, your anxiety flared up, okay? Because it's so overwhelming to be in a room with someone you know don't like you, that hates your guts. You know, all the things these people said about you is so hurtful, even though you actually healing. You're healing from this now. You want to heal from it. You want to let it go. It's just so hard when, what? What is you want to let go? You want to let go and show love and decency, but this person just won't let you. They won't tell the truth. You want people to tell the truth like you're telling the truth, and these people are so disrespectful. And so you play tit to tat. Okay, you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you back. And this is where the piece of conflict resolution goes out the window. Okay. Okay, yeah, because you know these people's secrets, and you think that the best thing you could have done was the best thing you did, which was you did not throw their secrets in their face. You did not belittle anybody in the room. Okay, whatever this is, you did not really say what you really wanted to say. Instead, you really just reacted. Okay. Spirit says you need to learn conflict resolution. If you learn conflict resolution in the middle of an anxiety attack, because that's what it looks like here. You had some type of anxiety attack. Your fear of not being heard or your fear of being misunderstood kept you trapped in reacting the same way, even though you are really a changed person. It's just something about a particular type of person you moved on from. These are people either from your past. This is people you probably worked with. These are people you actually were very good to, showed love to. Okay, these are what type of people? These are people who take your kindness for weakness. These are people that mistreated you. Okay, but how can you treat somebody? How do you resolve a conflict with someone who is obviously hating on you, that hates you? How can you be cordial with a person that hates your guts, a karmic that can't stand you, that does not want the best for you, that wants to that's unfair and unjust? How can you be fair to an unjust, unfair person? Oh my God. Spirit says you need to have more patience. Slow down. Okay? Because your past, you get flared up when you're in the presence of a person that you know can't stand you. You can't. This is why you stay to yourself, because it's 0 to 100 real quick with a person, specifically an enemy in the room or a frenemy, enemy-ish. Okay, it makes you very, very high strung, and your anxiety takes over. And then after that, it's like you have no control over the way you react, or you have no control over what you say. But this time, I commend you, Big Stepper, because it's showing here that you actually controlled your mouth a little more than you usually do. You controlled it a little bit more. I mean, you know, it was somewhere. It looked like there was a real conflict. It was an argument now. You was fed up. It was enough. I mean, you really gave this person 4 or 5 chances to come at you respectfully and fairly, and they dropped the ball. And so, yeah, you did give them what you need to give them. You gave them what they deserved at that moment. Let's keep it a buck. A very masculine, toxic masculine that you had an argument or a conflict with, okay? And you came in with harmony and peace. You did not want to end the conversation like this. You didn't want to come in with an argument. That wasn't your objective, okay? But Spirit says, but what is the procedure? It reminds me of Set It Off, okay? What is the procedure when a bad chick enters the room? What is the procedure when you have to be fair to an unjust person? I don't think you ever really truly dealt with that before. Okay, now that you're in your divine era, it's like they all popping out the woodwork, and you don't really know how to deal with conflict with a true enemy. How do you handle an unfair person? That's hard, y'all. Okay? And this is where your leadership skills come in. Spirit says you're going to have to start walking away from these people. Withdraw completely. If you start to getting flared up and overly shaking and you warmed up and racing thoughts and all the stuff that has to do with anxiety. When you're around this person, when you're talking to this person, when you're starting to speak, and then all of a sudden they twisting. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When a person twists your words around and create a whole new scenario, and before you know, you're like, whoa, where am I at? Okay, wait a minute. You twisted me around here. I wasn't in this space. This is not the space I'm in. I wasn't expecting this. As soon as that happens, Spirit says, walk away. That's a sign itself of urgency for you to move away from that person. You should be the one immediately getting out of there. It shouldn't be the back and forth. The back and forth. That's the part that you haven't mastered. You haven't mastered the art of just walking away. Sometimes you don't have no words for people. When they start to provoke you and antagonize you, walk away. And then maybe come back for it later. That's the best way to protect yourself. You'll have better luck doing that. And you'll see a turning point in your peace. Okay? Because, yeah, you really do have people that purposely provoke you. Yes, you really do have energy vampires that is antagonizing you, mad or jealous that you won't give whatever it is that they want. They want your energy. They want you to be emotional, okay? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But Spirit says you're going into a new season where you don't have no room to prove a scallywag wrong at all. The scallywag knows exactly what they're doing, y'all. They know already. They was already prepared. They're skilled at antagonizing and poking and then playing victim and then spreading the lies. That's their whole get up. So how do you deal with a person like this? Just don't even deal. Just sit back, listen to what they got to say, hear what they have to say, and don't even respond. The best response is, you know what? I hear what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. You don't have to agree. You don't have to disagree. You don't have to apologize. Just validate that you heard what they said. And then from there, excuse yourself. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. I hope maybe next time we see each other, we can see eye to eye. Okay? Okay? Because that would eliminate the arguments, the beef, the toxic energy, the victimizing, the mental traps, the helplessness, the dilemma, the betrayal. You don't want the bitterness. You know what I'm saying? That would just cut the energy or Decepticon, energy vampire in half. Okay? Because you're not giving them the room to provoke you. Okay? As soon as you see the person poking at you, remove yourself. It's just that easy. And I know it's hard because you're like, wait a minute, I got the evidence. I got the proof. I got that I'm right and you're wrong. And I get it. Damn it. In the courtroom, we got to do that anyway, in the spiritual court, okay? But in this day and age, on this earth, in this new realm, this new life that we're embarking into, it doesn't work anymore. The evidence nowadays, it don't even matter. It's about who reacts. Bottom line, don't give nobody any ammo to use against you, y'all. Okay? In this season. Y'all so close to getting to where you want to go and how you need to be and the purpose of life that your divine has set for you. Your ancestors worked very hard for you to get to where you got to go. And majority of these people who's antagonizing you and poking at you are people who do is promiscuous, doing chemicals, and doing alcohol, drinking alcohol, drinking spirits. So to argue with these type of people is foolish. Okay? The best thing you could do is just take people like that to court. Even if this is a professional situation, take them to court. Don't argue. Give me my money. This contract is right here. The contract will be right there. And then what if they grab it and just rip it up? Then what? You get what I'm saying? And so this is what Spirit's trying to tell you. Like, don't always go off of this. This is not going to save you in an argument, but it will save you in court. Okay? It will save you in court. Okay? Yeah. Stop arguing with these mofos. These scallywag mofos. They're not serious about their life. They lack teamwork, and they don't want to collaborate with you. Okay? They're cheaters. They're liars. Okay? Their whole lifestyle is about betraying those around them. That's their get up. Okay? You can't knock their get up. And then they're also in secret competition with you, baby. They're not going to congratulate you when you win. Okay? That's the fairest thing you can ever do is walk away. Remove yourself from anybody that's poking you. If your anxiety is flaring up, it's time to go. No matter what it may look odd that you could come in for 5 minutes and all of a sudden, I realize I need to go. I'm pressed for time. Based on the fact that your anxiety flared up that quick. Okay. So, alright guys, thank y'all so much. Once again, if you want a reading, get in my inbox. If you want to learn more about me, get in my bio. Alright guys, bye-bye.